Well, hello, welcome back. It's Kristen, and today I want to tell you I bought some books. A lot of them. In fact, I have 9 books that I just want to quickly haul and share with you because, oh my word, they are so beautiful. To explain, I'm sure you've seen these beauties at Barnes & Noble. They're the like bonded leather Barnes & Noble books with the ribbons in them. I got these at an amazing price, like $5. And so it was super cheap. Before I go into this haul, I'm gonna just leave a little note on the screen that you can pause and look at if you'd like, just to share my thoughts on book hauls and my privilege to be able to buy books and the reason why I buy them, just so you know I'm not irresponsibly wasting money and harming the environment by purchasing lots of books. But otherwise, the very first one is Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. I really don't know anything about this book, but if you've read it, tell me if my prediction is right, okay? I think this is about a bunch of dinosaurs going on an adventure together to the center of the earth. In the comments below, rank it on like a scale of 1 to 10 on how accurate I actually was. I want to read it though. My love for classics is of course undying, and so the fact that I can have it sitting on my shelf to read one day or to have my future children read someday just sounds very wonderful to me. The next one that I got was Aesop's Fables. I love Aesop's Fables and use them a lot whenever I'm teaching my students like concepts like central idea or theme because they're so wonderful for that. But Aesop's Fables have had a big influence on so much literature that I'm happy to own kind of an original that has them all compiled together. The quote on the back says, "Slow and steady wins the race." Isn't that sweet? Oh, okay, I guess if I'm gonna share with you what the quotes say on the back. This one says, "Science has fallen into many errors which have been fortunate and useful, for they have been the stepping stones to the truth." Okay, the next one that I hauled is The Story of King Arthur and His Knights by Howard Pyle. And this beautiful book is, of course, about the story of King Arthur. And I have read a King Arthur legend, but the one that I read was The Once and Future King. So I'm delighted to get this opportunity to learn more about King Arthur in this beautiful book. And the quote on the back says, "Maybe he will make thee a knight of his round table, and there is no honor in all of the world that can be so great as that." All right, 3 down and 6 more to go. The next one is A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I love The Secret Garden and have always wanted to read A Little Princess. This cover is absolutely divine. And the quote on the back says, "If I am a princess in rags and tatters, I can be a princess inside." To be honest with you, I don't know much about the plot of this story either, but I do know that it's certainly a classic. I was gonna say a childhood classic, but I assume you can probably read and enjoy it sorry, my battery died. But basically I was just saying that I think that this book, like so many other children classics, is one that truly can be enjoyed at any age. The next book that I'm going to haul is Black Beauty by Anna Sewell. This one I have read before and it was a childhood love of mine. The plot kind of escapes me now, but I know it has to do with this horse named Black Beauty. I can't remember if it follows like Black Beauty going from different owners, like I guess kind of the story of her life, his. I just remember the feeling of this book and that I thought it was very darling and sweet. I hope I'm remembering it right. If you read it, let me know if I'm on par for the course there. But I certainly think I'm in need of a reread, and with this gorgeous cover, how could I not? The quote on the back says, "My troubles are all over and I am at home." The next book that I'm going to haul is The Little Mermaid and Other Fairy Tales by Hans Christian Andersen. I have a collection of Grimm's fairy tales, but I kind of think that the vibes are very different between Grimm's fairy tales and Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. And I certainly have never read like the original Little Mermaid. So I'm excited to read it. I don't know if like the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales are as like dark and twisted as the Grimm's fairy tales, so it'll be interesting to compare them. And the quote on the back says, "You wish to get rid of your tail in order that a young prince may fall in love with you. Is it not so?" Very beautiful. The next one I got is another book that I have not read before, and that is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. I know that this book has to do with undersea travel and adventure, and that's about all I know. Maybe it has to do with a submarine. That would seem to make sense, I guess. But the quote on the back says, "The earth does not need new continents. It needs new men." The next book that I'm going to haul is Aladdin and the Arabian Nights. And there's no author listed, so I think these are like kind of a collection of ancient tales, right? I know the Arabian Nights story is, and I'm very curious to read more about it. Obviously, I love the story, or the Disney adaptation of the story of Aladdin, but I'm curious to see how that would line up to what I know of the story. Like, I wonder how many differences there actually are. The cover is so sweet, and the quote on the back says, "Open sesame." That's nice to know where that's from. And the last book I'm going to quickly haul for you is The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood by Howard Pyle. Of course, the story of our dear old Robin Hood, who steals from the rich to give to the poor, and has lots of merry adventures. The quote on the back says, "In merry England in the time of old, there lived within the green glades of Sherwood Forest, near Nottingham town, a famous outlaw whose name was Robin Hood." So I'm excited to revisit this haul of books, especially these books that are classics, and many of them childhood classics. Just excited to see the nostalgia that I'll get from them. I don't have any plan for when I'm going to read them. I just knew that with them being $5 and being so beautiful, I had to go ahead and grab them up because I didn't think I'd ever get them at that price again. If you have a recommendation of which one I should pick up first, one that you just absolutely adore, let me know. I feel like the one I'm most likely to pick up first would probably be A Little Princess, because that's one I've had my eyes on for a while, but let me know. And with that, I guess I will see you next time. It's been lovely chatting with you, and I will see you very soon.